Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new on this channel, thank you for tuning in. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate you guys. I've seen a lot of subscribers recently, even though I've not been chunking out enough videos. I hope it's not too late to tell you guys Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. I hope the year has been awesome and beautiful. Yeah, I wish you guys an awesome year and beautiful one in Jesus' name. So today I'm not alone. I have someone here with me. We'll be discussing today's topic together. I've featured him in one of my videos before in case he looks familiar. So yeah, let's go into today's topic. Welcome back again, guys. This is our special guest of honor, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Drum rolls. Thank you, babe.
Yeah, thank you
For coming.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So let me give you the background story. Couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine was asking me if she should come to Canada, and I really don't know because she's very comfortable in Nigeria. She's scared of leaving her job. Her husband has a good job as well, and they have a child that is attending, a very good school in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. And she was asking me if she should come to Canada or not. I decided to bring Uncle here to to discuss this topic with him so you guys can learn one or two things from whatever we discuss here, and you can put your question in the comment section. If you have any contribution regarding this discussion, you can put it in the comment section. I'll be there to read it. So let's dive into this discussion.
Okay, so I want to understand the scenario.
Yeah.
So you have a friend in Nigeria who is contemplating if she should come to Canada or not.
Yeah.
And that's because she's like currently comfortable. She has a good job, the kids are in good school.
Just one kid now.
Oh, the kid is in a good school. Yeah. The answer is I don't know. And
why?
no, it's true. I don't know because I don't think there's a straight jacketed answer to it. I don't think it's a one size fit all, answer. So it's like, I think it depends on individual preferences. It depends on what is top on your priority list. People leave one country for another because of a couple of reasons. Yeah, different reasons. So it depends on what is important to him. It depends on his life goal. It depends on his 5-10 years, plans and stuff like that. So there's no like straightforward answers to it. I think there are a lot of factors that would help you make that decision if you should leave or you should stay.
Yeah.
You get what I can do is talk about those factors.
Okay.
So based on our own preferences, does she want security? Like, is security on the top of our list?
Priority list.
So if you ask me, is Canada a safe country? I'd say yes.
Definitely.
There are several occurrences that happen in Nigeria, for instance, and some other countries that it's not as if they can happen here, but you hardly help them. Like they rarely happen here. There's no place that is 100% safe, right? Like bad things happen everywhere.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that happen in certain countries and you just wouldn't hear in some other countries.
Yeah.
So for instance, the cases of kidnap, cases of home robbery, cases of you enter downfall. You know how Lagos is now. You enter downfall and
that has never happened to me
they
before.
obtain you and just clear your wallet and
Has that
stuff.
happened to you before?
No, I didn't have that experience.
You don't enter downfall most of the time.
No, I entered downfall for a while.
Which for a while? How many times?
You
Is
see,
it is
I thought that for a
it
while.
not those times that you don't want to drive and maybe your staff boss or giant
Nonsense.
oh yeah.
So yeah, there are certain things that would happen in Nigeria that wouldn't happen here.
Yes.
So in terms of security, I mean, there's a sense of security. You know, that's one. Another thing that might be on or that we might like want to talk about is, I don't know. So apart from security, do you want uninterrupted power supply, for instance? And that might sound like, oh, I mean, I could get it, Jen. But see what happened a few days ago. There was
Yeah. First scarcity.
fuel scarcity. Even people that had Jen couldn't buy fuel. A few people that bought fuel got to discover that they said the fuel had was contaminated and was spoiling machines,
It's
spoiling plants.
awful. Or
They
what do you
had
talk
extra
about?
sulfur or something, yeah, something like that, and it had already been distributed. So stuff like that. So for instance, if you have a business that thrives on steady electricity, you might want to think of relocating to an environment where there's steady power. A lot of people in Nigeria don't mind paying huge amounts for electricity, but they don't even get it. Do you get, like, if you tell an average Nigerian that, do you like do you mind paying, I mean, we'll give you 24 hours electricity, but you're going to be paying very high.
They won't
They won't
mind.
mind, very high. They
That's
won't mind.
they won't have to buy gen, they won't have to buy
Yeah.
fuel, gas.
So here, like, you don't hear
anything.
generator noise. I mean, that I want to attach noise to. So for instance, you don't want you do if you are someone that don't like noise, this might be a good environment for you. You get, like, my neighbor will be putting on gen at 1 a.m. Do you get? And I wouldn't blame him. There's no electricity, and he probably has a 6-month-old baby that
That doesn't like
that does not like heat. So there are a lot of things to consider. I'm not saying this place is 100% perfect, but I think one of the things that would help that person to make the decisions or the right decision is to consider those factors.
prioritize
Yeah,
those
prioritize the things that are important to you. So I've spoken about security. I've spoken about
electricity.
steady electricity. I think the only time they've taken light since I came was maybe once or twice, and it was for the first one was for like 1 minute. The second one was like maybe 5 minutes since I
And
landed.
I think they had told us
No, the first one,
beforehand.
the first one they didn't tell us. I think something went wrong. The second one, I think there was a notice that they were going to take like for 5 minutes or so. So I mean, if those things are important to you, fine. So that's another factor you might want to like consider. Another factor that might be important to that person might be good road. Excuse me.
So, no water.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Niger and I remember when I was in Niger and I would need to drive to work. The roads were bad, man. Like, you take your car to the mechanic like every now and then because
Almost every week.
something somewhere has gone wrong because of the road that you take, that you apply almost every day. Do you get? So if good road is important to you, it's top of your priority list. There are good roads here. There are good road.
Good house.
Hard road, like, to I don't think since I came have I seen any well, I've not been to like maybe those countryside, so maybe those ones might have on hard road. But since I came, like I'm trying to remember, I don't think I've seen any on hard road.
I'm not saying.
No, I've not.
Even inside the neighborhood.
Yeah, even like front of our street like this, it's hard to So like you drive your car and you're happy with you don't have to like go to the mechanic to spend excess money on. So those are one of the things the person might want to consider. So another thing which I think is very important, and besides all of this social amenities and like good roads, electricity, it's very important to people is job opportunities.
But they have their job.
Yeah, they have their job in Nigeria. So a lot of people, it's not as if they don't like the abroad life or they don't want to come. But most times the fear is, will I get a job? Do you get? Will I get a job? Will I get a good job? And will I get it ASAP?
Immediately.
Yeah. So for that one, I don't know again. But what I can tell you is that there are opportunities.
So even though you don't get your ideal
Yeah,
job,
yeah, and that's the thing. There
you
are
can still get some survivor jobs.
yeah. So the thing is, there are opportunities. You might not get your ideal job immediately.
Immediately
You might get your ideal job immediately. You might even get your ideal job before you
before
land.
you land.
So it's a different kettle of fish for everybody. It's different. Like everyone's experience is different. Do you get? So, and one of the things that would, influence how quick you get a job might be the industry you are in.
Yeah.
You get? If you are in IT,
Your career path.
if you are in IT,
Yes.
I can tell you that you have a very high chance of getting a job even before you land.
Yes.
Because IT in Nigeria is IT here. You get?
You guys are the hot cake.
But if you are in engineering or architecture, I don't know. Because the way they build house in Nigeria is different from the way they build house here. So your architecture in Nigeria might not work here. You might have to do some examinations, do some courses, or start all over again. If you are in nursing, there are certain
Medical.
yeah, if you're in the medical line, there are certain exams you will need to do here when you get it before you can integrate. So pending when you are doing all of those exams, or there are jobs that you can do. It might not pay you much, but it would pay for your accommodation and feed you.
At least it will pay your bills.
To pay your bills.
Which is the most important.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And usually, I can tell you that, and nothing I can tell you is that on the long run, it will pay off. It will pay off because, see, by the time you get that ideal job and you start earning well, you will forget those days that you're doing survival jobs. Yeah. Do you get? You forget those days that you're doing survival jobs.
How will you be able to tell them? Have you done survival jobs before?
That's people that do survival jobs.
And they've told you that they've forgotten those days.
Yes, now. See, they don't need to tell you. So when someone gets a good job and starts driving a good car, buys his house, they need to tell you that they've forgotten those.
But you know the one that told me that there was one person that was doing factory work. He still has back pain till today.
Bring that one up.
But he told me. So that person is still, he will keep remembering those
Yeah,
days.
but I'm just talking idiomatically. It's not like you have amnesia and you forget that. It was it.
Oh yeah.
So it's different for different people, but sometimes it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk
if you really want to come.
Where I really want to come, it's not like a deal breaker.
Yes.
When you land, you would get something. I'm not saying you will get the ideal job, but you get something. You get something good if you are not lazy. So another thing I want to talk about is so for some people, savings is very important, like huge savings. So I want to be working and I want to be able to save like 50% of my salary. If that is top of your priority list, maybe Canada is not for you.
But why do?
Because I'll tell you the reason. Because at the end of the month, your rent alone might be gulping up to 30 to 50% of your salary. So
yeah, at the end of every
yeah,
2 weeks.
No, you pay monthly. I'm saying your monthly salary. All the money I don't know, maybe unless you are doing like 2-3 jobs. And if you are doing multiple jobs and you are maybe earning more, your tax increases. Which brings me to another point. Tax here in Canada. Like I was watching this thing yesterday, one YouTube video, and the guy was talking about, he was trying to analyze tax in Canada, and was saying like an average Canadian spends up to 46% of his income on tax, because there are different types of tax. You have the income tax. They would have removed that one from your salary before you even collect it. That one might be like maybe between 26, 22. It depends on how high your earning. Like the higher your
Your
income,
income.
the higher your income tax. So it might be like 27% to 30%. Might even be up to like 35%. It depends on how much you, so they are in brackets, they are in different ranges. That one they would have removed before you even collect your salary. So after that
Employment
one, and that one,
insurance.
yeah, you now pay employment insurance. They remove that one too from salary. You pay Canadian pension plan. They remove that one from salary. Then in my office, there's this disability, long term disability insurance, something. That one used to vex me. They will remove that that one too. in case
In case
in case you are doing
anything
become
happens
the
to
anything
you and
happens
you
to
won't be
you.
able to work.
They remove that one too from salary. Then there's another. So yeah. So when you now start buying stuff, so for instance, I want to go to the grocery to buy to
Like
buy
clothes,
clothes
gas.
or to buy food.
Do
You
they
pay
remove
the
tax on food?
yeah. I think the only thing they don't remove is maybe fresh food or something. But they remove yeah. You buy stuff from this thing, they remove 13%. So for instance, if I want to buy this phone now and they say this phone is in Niger, they say this phone is 2,000 naira.
You
I will
pay
pay 2,000
2000
naira.
naira.
But here if they say 2,000 naira, just do times 1.13 because 13% is you add 13% of that amount to
That
the
amount to
original
what you
amount.
want to buy.
So I mean, so for some people that might be annoying. So if tax is you don't want tax, it might not Canada might not be a good place for you. So I mentioned each service. You were asking me what are the things that will take your money at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So speaking about rent, car insurance is another crazy thing in Canada. Like your car insurance in maybe 2 years might buy another car for you. Like if you sum it
Same.
together, it's crazy. So you buy your car in Niger. If I buy my car, I might decide not to even insure it. Or I might do
No
third party. I think I
compulsory.
remember I do one third party. It was 5K or so. In Nigeria, you could decide to do third party insurance, and it's cheap. But yeah, even third party is a whole lot of money. So like, car insurance there is high. Your house rent is high. It's not like in Nigeria where your your monthly salary sometimes like could pay your whole year
That's true.
rent.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 month or 2 months will pay like a full year rent. It depends on where you're staying. But here, maybe it's like your 5 or 6 months salary that will pay your 1 year and people don't even pay yearly rent. So yeah. So those are one of the things you might want to consider as well. Yeah, another factor would be, some people want to amass wealth. Like they want to have
Want to really be
money.
rich.
You want to really be rich. You can really be rich in Nigeria. Like you can amass a lot of money. And I'm not even talking about maybe you are doing the legal stuff or something. Like
Your
yeah, your
business.
business, yeah, you could have. But here, bro, it's hard, man. It's hard, baby. I mean, Canada has a system that makes everyone okay. And what I mean by okay is you will be able to buy a car, you'll be able to afford a good place to live, or maybe buy your house. You could even be able to afford like 2 cars.
It
And
might be
have,
difficult for you to be a
oh,
billionaire.
bro,
Billionaire
you
in
can't.
dollars.
You can't just say, "Oh, I have like $1 million in my account."
You can start.
Maybe if you win a lottery or you've worked for so many years,
Okay.
or
That's true.
or you won life insurance.
Which life insurance?
Maybe someone did life insurance, maybe someone did life insurance, person died, did not pay
Okay,
you.
okay.
Those kind of but like I just came and I want to be working. Bro,
You have to have worked
before you
for
save
it.
100K, save, Baba, you don't work for a while.
100K.
So yeah, so you might not like be able to amass so much wealth
Mm-hmm.
here in Canada. So like you'll be able to live well, you'll be able to drive a good car, you might even be able to buy your house, but you won't be able to amass that kind of wealth.
In your bank account.
You might have a few savings,
And that's what we're saying, but
but not wealth.
yeah, okay.
Not like what I mean by wealth. Money, better money.
Like billionaire.
Yeah, you, bro, you can't.
Maybe we should start playing lottery.
Yeah, I think I'll start playing lottery now so I can
God
win.
forbid, I reject. I reject it.
Yeah. So another factor is you mentioned that the person has a good school
Yes.
for our children.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I mean I believe that there are good schools in Nigeria.
Definitely.
Yeah. But they're expensive. Like,
They
if you
have
want
the
to send
money.
your child to a good school in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
they're expensive. Even from primary level, they're expensive. But in Canada, like school here is free up until
Higher
I
institution
yeah,
or
it's when you want to
college.
go to
College.
university or college that
That
you
you need to
pay
pay.
school fees. But secondary school, primary school is free,
Mm-hmm.
and the schools are good. Schools are good. So that's another factor the person might want to, but if the person doesn't mind paying the huge school fees in Nigeria, I think there are good schools in Nigeria.
They are good schools, definitely.
Yeah. Healthcare. So healthcare here is free.
True.
In Nigeria, it's not. In fact, it's expensive.
Anytime you say healthcare is free here, I always talk about the tax we pay. I mean,
Yeah.
the
So
tax we pay, so
of course, like
the
you,
government
it's not like you've paid for it.
Yes, you've
Yeah,
paid for it
yeah.
up front.
But there are taxes in Nigeria. They are removing tax. They remove tax from when I was working in Nigeria. They were removing tax from my
How much
salary.
did they remove from your salary? You can't compare the tax they remove in Nigeria.
But I don't
Tax
know
they
how
remove
many
here.
percentage. Maybe if anyone knows it, the Nigeria tax
You can
percentage.
put it
You
in
can
the
put
comment section.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it should be in the neighborhood of maybe 15 to 18%.
Which is not bad. And you still have to
So what's
pay
the difference
for,
between 15 to 18% and 28%? It's just
well,
10% difference.
I even
Well,
feel
it's huge though. But anyway, yeah, I get your point. Like,
yeah,
it's not like it's entirely free.
it's not
You pay for it
entirely
in a row.
free.
But I mean, you get good attention. You get good care. You
With
free
very low cost or nothing.
nothing. I think the only time you pay here is maybe when you want to buy drugs. There are certain drugs that are
And
not
there
free.
are certain tests you do.
Yeah, there are certain tests.
Mhm.
There are certain tests that you have to pay for. There are certain drugs you want to buy that you have to pay for. So yeah. But I mean, apart from that,
Yeah.
it's like it's a free healthcare. Although the disadvantage is sometimes there is a long
Yes.
waiting time. There's a long waiting time,
There's
and
a
the
long
reason is
waiting time.
understandable because it's free. So you know,
In Nigeria, there are some hospitals that are actually free. Some government facilities, like teaching hospital now, there are some places that things are free in Lut, and you will see like thousands of people there. So they don't really make use of it like that here.
so are you saying there is free healthcare in Nigeria?
In some places?
What do you mean in some places?
Well, you want to give your child
Immunization.
Is it not free in Nigeria? It's
Okay,
free now.
those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just immunization, no? Like COVID immunization, for example. Immunization, COVID vaccine. All over the world, is it not free?
Your children, immunization for your children.
It's free now all over the world. That
Well,
one
me,
is
I'm
not
not trying
the something.
to. I'm not trying to. We'll cut
So
that
I mean,
place.
yeah. So I've heard of someone's story that said that his brother wouldn't probably die if he got the
Right, care.
right. There was
If
an
they had
emergency.
money.
No, if they had an emergency,
Mm-hmm.
his brother got knocked down by a vehicle. They rushed him to one hospital. They rejected him to another hospital. They rejected him. All those kind of things. It won't be like that here, for instance. The
That's true.
emergency responses, and that brings me to another point. Emergency response, for instance. Emergency response here is high. So,
Yeah.
for instance, there's a fire. There was one day I went to a particular Airbnb, and there was the fire alarm got triggered.
Mm-hmm.
Within 2 minutes, babe, 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes max, the fire services were there. Do you get? So the emergency response is high. There are certain things, there are certain people that wouldn't die in Nigeria or in other countries. Don't let me limit it to Nigeria. If the emergency response was high, if and it shows how life is valued in certain part of the countries than other part of the country or other certain part of the world compared to other part of the world. So yeah, so those are the things you might want to consider. So emergency response, so that's another factor the person should consider. If it's top on your priority list, if it's something you would, you don't like the way it is in Nigeria and you want it better, it's good here. Then another factor is weather, which is also like a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, Canada has two extreme weather. If you ask me, like during the summer, it could be very high as 40 degrees, and during the winter, it could be very low, as low as minus
Minus
30.
30.
For someone like me, excuse me,
Should I bring water?
no, thanks. For someone like me who is coming from a place like Nigeria, I like the snow, I like the cold, I like the weather. The only thing I don't like about the winter period is mobility. Like moving around could be very difficult.
And having to pack the snow.
Yeah, I mean, could be very tiring. But sometimes I don't mind. I don't even mind packing the snow. But like, moving around could be like especially if you are driving. Like it could be very. If you don't have a car, you have to stay inside the cold to wait for bus. You get so you get frostbite and stuff. But if you have a car,
Yes.
you have to also be very careful driving during winter because your tire sometimes skid and stuff like that. It can be very dangerous. So yeah, apart from that, me I like the weather. But for some people,
I don't
they
like
don't.
cold.
Some people don't like cold. So if you don't like cold, coming to Canada might be because you have to go to work, whether it's winter or summer. You have to go to work.
Yeah.
Imagine I have to like go to work every day inside cold. Well, I don't mind, but if you don't like the cold weather, going to work every day, you have to go to work every day.
Might
It
be
will be
difficult
frustrating
for
for you, yeah.
Sure.
So weather is another thing you might want to like consider. Another factor is good food.
Yeah. Good.
So some people want to go, but they're also considering, will I get good food when I go get to Canada? Is it the yama food that will be seen everywhere?
But yeah, so you get good food. We've been eating Nigeria food since we got here.
So the thing is, they are good food. It depends on. So there are some people that get here and they still want to like continue eating their Nigeria food, and there are some people that get here and they are willing and ready to like change the kind of food they eat. But for someone like me that still wants to be eating my own African food, they are available. They're African stores, but they're expensive. And I think the reason why we think they're expensive is because we convert. We convert on top of our head. Like, for instance, you want to buy okra and you have 5 or 4 strands there. And they call it $5. And on top of it, you are doing 5 times 400. That's 2,000 naira. And there's no way in Nigeria, they have 4 okra, you cannot buy 15 naira. And here, they're telling you it's $5. And that's 2,000. You're doing 2,000 naira. How much? How am I going to buy this thing for 2,000 naira? Do you get? So those are things that make it look like it's expensive. But after a while, it won't like be that
Like
expensive.
$4 won't be expensive to you again.
Yeah. So, but the availability, you see good. We buy agege bread, we buy
Yam, elubo, everything.
pando yam, anything. So those things are available. Yeah. So they are good food if that's what you like considering. Then another thing is party. So they might not be like party after party. You know, the way
All
used to do one
the
in Nigeria.
Saturdays one bed.
Yeah, so I think there are clubs. I've not been to any, but I'm not even sure the club in Nigeria is like the club here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a bit
It won't
different,
be. It might
but
even be boring.
yeah, it might be boring to you. I don't know. So I've not been there, but but I know there is no the usual one there. So if you are the one kind of person, you might be depressed to come here because there will be one for you. So this kind of stuff. Another factor is you are able to get or you get eligible for citizenship after 3 years
Yeah.
of staying in Canada, and that gives you the opportunity to have a passport, Canadian passport. And Canadian passports, I believe, can if you're the kind of person that want to explore the world with a Canadian passport, you can travel to I think 180 something countries without visa. So yeah,
Just like to
if
get.
that sounds yeah, just buy a flight ticket and you're off. If that sounds like something you would love to have, those are the factors you should
I
consider.
like the
Yeah, and lastly, just to round, I think this video is getting too long. Just to round it up, so I spoke about house rent the other time,
yes.
but I want to address it from a very fair stance. So I know most times a lot of people say houses in Canada is expensive, and I'm not saying it's not expensive, but I feel like usually or most times people don't like tell the full story. So for instance, we forget to tell people that when you rent a house in Canada, it comes with certain fringe benefits or certain additions. So you don't just, it's not like Nigeria that you rent a house and it's
You
all
have to
empty.
furnish everything.
No, here in Canada, you can get furnished apartment. In fact, if you're not getting a furnished apartment, most apartments come with
The basic
the
thing.
basics. And the basics here include a fridge, a microwave, a heater, like heater,
Yeah.
a
You mean hot plates, right?
yeah, hotplate where you can cook your food. Like you don't have to like buy those things. Some houses, if it's a furnished apartment, it comes with TV, comes with a chair,
Yeah.
comes with like here, our house, we didn't buy a chair,
We didn't buy.
we bought a TV, but I know the landlord wanted to like buy
Buy
a
it.
TV, but I wasn't sure it was going to like buy something
Buy
as big as what I
something
wanted.
big.
So I
Yeah.
said no. So like you have those basic things. It comes with heating system. So your landlord is responsible for giving you heater,
Yes. When there's
giving
cold.
you the heating, like providing heating now, and maybe during the summer putting on the AC.
The AC for you.
For you, you're not spending on those stuff. Do you get? I believe those fringe benefits. Like some even come like ours come with free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, free Wi-Fi.
So I mean, so in a way, it's not that expensive because I mean all of those additions are with it. Do you get? So I believe a lot of people don't give like the full context. So you get my point,
I
right?
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah. So I mean, those all of the factors we've discussed, all of those points we've discussed, are things that I believe would help your friend to make a good
Definitely.
decision as to whether he or she, I mean, she wants to come to Canada, and other people as well, that might want to like come. So those
Yes.
factors, like if you consider them, and it looks like okay, this is what I want, this is important on my plate. Okay, and
You've
make
done
a
a
decision.
good job. Thank you, sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you've learned a lot. It's not even one or two things because even me, I've learned some things from what he said. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, ensure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, share to your friends and family that wants to come to Canada, that are interested in coming to Canada. This video will really help them a lot. So thank you for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.
Bye.
Thank you.
things. Just an
Okay.
example. You have four okra
Seed.
not seed now.
Okra.
You have four
Okra
okra.
plant.
Okra plant, no. You shall have four okras.
Whatever. Is it not a plant?
You shall have four okra. You know what?
Okra fruit.
Okra fruit.